all, thank you all to join on the Saturday. And so let me get started. Hope my screen is visible. And if you have any questions, we can in the last we will take. So before starting, let me give you one of my introduction. So I'm Manish Soni, and I'm working as a lead engineer into the Presidio Solutions, and I'm also a community builder. So I love to conduct the sessions and all. And I'm engaged with the IntrnForte, and we have also designed very good courses for to start from the sketch into the cloud computing and the DevOps. So today we are going to talk about the AWS AI services. So like currently AI is the very big, very buzzword, and there are lots of things happening into the AI field. So how you can leverage the AI into the AWS perspective. So if you have started learning any cloud, so this is really important to learn about their what are their AI services and how you can create the applications and build your applications. So today's agenda is very clear. Like I'll just give a little info about what is AI, what is the difference between the AI, ML, and the generative AI, and then we will talk about why building the AI thing is very hard to build from the scratch. Okay, and how you can build it very easily with the AWS services and in cloud services. And then I'll give you the overview of the AWS services, which is completely based on to the AI. And so in this session, we will go through with some of the services of the AI from the AWS side. And also, just to note, like I'm trying to start this kind of a series of the AI here. So this is the kind of a first session for the AI related into the AWS. So in this session, we will mostly learn about the conceptual things. And in the next session, I'm planning some of the demos thing and how we can deep dive each and every services of the AI. So if you are joining this particular session, so mark it, and every like in a month we will conduct more master classes, and there we will put more and more about the what are the AI services, how you can leverage them into your day-to-day work. Okay, so let's get started. So, what is AI? So, it is really currently, if you are seeing everyone is talks about the AI, how AI is changing the world, right? And I hope you guys also working on some of the AI tools like ChatGPT. You all heard about it, right? So, like this, there are lots of things happening around the AI. But if we see about the back end of it, like how it is started, what is exactly how it works. Okay, so AI is a kind of a part of the deep learning and the machine learning, and AI means like the artificial intelligence. So normally what we will do, we will fed the data into the AI model, and they will start learning their own. So if I give you a simple example of it, so let's suppose if any child is you need to taught the addition to any child, right? So what you do, you will taught him like what is 1 plus 1, what is 2 plus 2, right? So after that you will give him kind of a pattern, and after that you will just ask what is the 3 plus 3. So he's able to calculate his own. So this is how AI will work. So we will fed some data, it started learning its own. So we have a lots of algorithms there, so it can do. So there are some of the examples I have written here. So like it recognizes pattern in data and how humans learn from the experiences, right? So this is our human journey, how we are learning from our different experiences. So same thing happen with the AI. So how much data will be there, the AI will be learn more and more. Okay, so let's suppose we have a kind of like you all are using the AI into the Gmail, like you are using the Gmail, and there are filters, Swiggy. So we have a Swiggy delivery, and we already use the okay Google, kind of Google Home, Alexa, that can build the that can start any kind of a thing that whatever we think. Okay, so this is the just a generalized form of the AI. So real world use cases we can also see, like if you are watching movies and all onto the streaming platform like Prime Video, Netflix, so they will suggest you. And nowadays you use the social media, right? So like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, anything. So you will see a pattern, like whatever kind of reel you will like, you will get the recommendations like that. You will also get the ads on that basis. So all the things will be covered from the AI thing. Okay, so this is a general basic overview of the AI. I hope you all have understand. So now there are three things. So mainly AI is a generalized word, but in the depth, if we go, so as I mentioned about the ML, like machine learning. So machine learning is the base of the AI. So we have three things: AI, ML, and the generative AI. Okay. So if we first talk about the artificial intelligence, it is a field of complete smart machines. So like you can say about the robotic machines, right? This is also kind of a we can calculate it as a artificial intelligence. And any kind of chatbots you are using, normally if you go to any website, you will see a kind of options of the chatbot where you can do the FAQs. So they will on try to resolve your all the issues. So that is kind of called as a AI. So here if I say about, like, it will include the rules, logic, and the learnings. Okay, so it is kind of a broad field of the machine learning. So second thing will become as a machine learning. So machine learning is something like there we need to fed the data. So actually what happened, AI will be work when we have a machine learning things, right? So in under the machine learning, we need to train the models, and there are lots of algorithms will become. So we need to use different kind of algorithms, and with the use of the algorithms, we can train the models, and that models will be help us to do the recommendations, like what will be the next thing. Okay, and we have a lots of use cases of machine learning. And now third thing is generative AI. So mostly from the 2022 it's started, like when the chat GPT has been arrived. So generative AI is something like it will completely work onto the large language models. So we have a concept called NLP, like natural language processing. So with the help of it, we have a large language models where we need to train our all the machine learning models. So in that case, what happened? Like if you if you see the example of Chat GPT or Claude, right? So what happened? Whatever you work there, it will like whatever things you will give, it will start and it will on learn. So you can teach him, or whatever questions you will ask, you can also just say like, please search onto the web and try to resolve. So this is how the generative AI works. So meaning of generative AI, like it will learn from the experience from the users directly. So we will just provide the prompt and it will start learning. So this is the core area, but this is the concept. Now we need to build the applications that will work on it, right? So let's get there, like how you can in real world, how you can create your applications there, what type of AWS services you can use it. So we can talk about it. So now we have idea about what is AI. Now, why like so building of AI is very hard. Like if you are started building any kind of a chatbot from the initially from the scratch, so why it is hard? Because it needs a very good level of uh, graphical processing units like GPUs. It needs a very high GPUs where you need to train your models. So you need to feed a lots of data, like 1 million data you need to feed for predicting some good amount of stuffs, right? So you are creating some language models that can understand your talks and everything. So for that you need to train them. And if you are building some image recognition systems where it can identify the images, and it can differentiate between images. So in that case, it's very hard to build all those stuff. So for this perspective, Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, so there is a technical glitch. Yeah. So, so if you are building from the scratch, so what is the older way? So we have a simple example here also. So let's suppose you just need to build a simple invoice reader application. What it will do, it will just read the all the invoices from the customer and predict like how it will inform your stakeholders and all. So in the traditional way, if you are building it, it will cost around two 200K plus dollar, right? And it will also take a time of 6 months. Like you need to hire the ML engineers. They will start working on it. They will build the models. So there is a lot of work you need to do. But in the different case, if you are using some of the AWS services, so AWS provide a one good service called a extract. So extract will do all of the work into just 2 hours, and the cost is very minimum. Like you can just $1. So in the backend, what's happening? Like AWS has all the infrastructure, all the GPUs. You don't need to buy anything. You need to do anything there. So this is how it will work. So next, if we can go. So into the so now we can see a different kind of a AWS services. So now we can check it. 1 second. Hello. Yeah, my voice is coming right. I think there is some text sketch. Okay. So AWS provide complete AI as a service. So we have a different AI services that is directly provided by the AWS. So as I mentioned, so AWS has pre-trained AI models and the massive databases. So you don't need to collect the data sets and everything. So AI models from the AWS is already trained under the very good amount of the data sets. So what you need to do, you just need to call the AWS API, and that API has the power to do everything for you. And second thing, you don't need to manage any kind of infrastructure. So all the ML infrastructure will be managed by the uh, AWS. So it is completely serverless. You don't need to go for the your hardware and everything. You just need to create an account onto the AWS and start directly using the service. But you just need to be clear like what kind of applications you want to create, right? And then it is like the how costing will be work on this basis, right? So it is pay per use. Whatever you are using, you just need to pay for it. So you pay only for what you process. Okay. And it is very scalable. So let's suppose in the initial way you have only 100 users, and let's say when after 1 month you have directly 10,000 users and it is increasing. So in that case, what happened, like AWS has an infrastructure that can increase and scale as per the requirements. Okay. And if you are more aware about the AWS, so AWS has a different services called S3, Lambda, and step functions, code pipeline. So all the services, all the ML or AI services we are using from the AWS that has the ability to connect with the external services. And also, like you heard about the Alexa Prime Video, so you can also connect with those kind of direct services from the AWS itself. So here you can see the traditional versus AWS AI. So we have a build model. So time will be very decreased. So if you are using the AWS AI services, you just need like you don't need to build a model. The model will be automatically built from there, right? And for the ML expertise, you don't need GPU cost. It's very minimal. Whatever you need to pay, that you will use only. So you don't need to pay anything upfront. and accuracy is very production grade. So that all things will be there. So if you are planning to build some kind of some kind of AI services, you can leverage definitely the AWS solutions. So here I'll go through some of the AI services from the AWS. So these are the AWS services names and their use case. So AI has different use cases for the text, vision, and the speech, document, everything. So let's suppose if you are using the pre-built AI. So we have some services called Amazon Recognition. So today we will also just learn more about the recognition. So it will work on the computer vision. So majorly, if you go to the airport or anywhere, you will see there are some devices are there that will automatically grab your face and matches with your identity. So those things will be come under the computer vision. So those things you can easily go with the Amazon recognition, and there are Amazon component. So that will do the text NLP. So NLP means like natural language processing. Whatever you want to talk to it, it will create a small chatbots for you. So that can be done. Next thing will become as a Amazon Poly. It is very useful for the text to speech. So sometimes you are seeing the use cases like people are creating the videos where text is written and it will come under the voice and all. So you can easily convert any kind of text into the speech with the help of the Amazon Poly. And same for the different one, the Amazon Transcribe. It will convert all the speeches into the text. So let's suppose you are attending any meeting and you want all the summary of the meeting. So what you can do, you can record the meeting and feed it to Amazon Transcribe. It will create complete text. From there you can easily create a report for it. So it is really important. And Amazon Text Direct is OCR. Like what it will do, it will scan the document and grab all the text from it. So sometimes you see you will just need to capture any kind of document and you want to extract the text from the document. So that can be done by the Amazon Text Direct. And Amazon Translate is very important for the language translating. So it is very good and it has a lot of data sets. Okay. And let me see if any question. So OCR means like the documents that is printed. Okay, so if I say about the invoice, so what you need to do, all the invoices you need to convert into the digital form. So in that case, what you can do, you can just scan the particular invoice and grab all data from there. So same thing happen with the scanning of any kind of a document. So it will perfectly scan your document. It will convert it into any PDFs and different file formats from here. Okay. And then we have a next thing will become as a generative AI. Like it is mostly onto the it will work on the large language models. So now you are seeing the chat GPT, right? So I'm taking the example of chat GPT because it is very popular now, and I think everyone is should be aware about the what is chat GPT, right? So and you guys also using it day to day life. So have you ever think like how it build from the backend, how you can also create your own chat GPT, your own use case? Let's suppose you are currently into the colleges or maybe into your offices. So into the colleges also you can build your own chatbot that can describe all the procedure of your complete college curriculum and everything, and that you can create for your final year projects. Those things you can also create from it, right? So Amazon provide the Amazon Bedrock. So Amazon Bedrock is a service that can help you to build a kind of a generative AI models. So that can work like a there are different like Claude or Chat GPT kind of things. Okay. You can also create your own assistants from the Amazon Q. So Amazon Q is like you are doing your day-to-day work. You can feed it to Amazon Q and they will start doing it, right? And we have some kind of a chatbots agent and reg also. So those things also can be done by the generative AI. And for building all those things, you don't need any kind of a GPU infrastructure, and it is completely private, secure, and no data sharing will be happening. So if you are creating any projects for your colleges, and if you are working on some kind of a POC, so you can start using those kind of services, right? So this is really helpful. And currently, if we see about the job market, so everyone focuses on to the AI learnings, AI skills, and it's really important to have this. Whatever you are, like you want to become a backend developer, full stack developer, or cloud engineer, DevOps, everywhere AI is completely needed. You should know how it is basically created. And so third thing is the ML platform. That is really important to train your data if you want it, and it will create an automated pipeline. So like we talk about the DevOps, where we will automate any process of the application. So same thing, if you automate all the ML things, you need to use a ML ops platform. So it will build, train, and tune, deploy your models. So it will create a pipeline. That pipeline, you just need to upload your code. Your code will be automatically built, trained, and tested, and it will generate into the particular whatever format you need, and there you can deploy it. So we have different options into the ML services from the AWS. So this is I have put it those services that is really important. And if you are preparing for any kind of interviews, and like for the college placements or anything, you can start learning about those services. If you have an idea about the conceptual only, it will put a very high impact, and you can put all the things into the your resume, your LinkedIn, everywhere. So that will help you, right? And in this series, we will more talk about the practical use cases and demos, everything into one by one each services. So today I'll want to talk about the two services like Amazon Recognition, and the second thing will we will talk about the SageMaker. So Amazon Recognition, why I choose it, because it is very similar what we use it into the day-to-day life. So let's suppose it is very useful into the computer vision, as I gave the example, like it will scan your face and matches with the different kind of your identity. So the simple use case of you can also create a attendance system, right, for your colleges or for your company, right? So where what you can do, you can train all your employees or all of your students images with the help of the Amazon Recognition. And after fed all your data, you can uh, put any device like your laptop, your phone, or any external camera device, like you can integrate with your CCTV kind of thing, and it will automatically identify all the students, all the employees like who are attended. It will mark it. So this is a general use case of Amazon Recognition, but it has a lots of different ones also. So it is like it will analyze the images and videos. So you don't need any ML knowledge. You can directly use this kind of tool to create different options, and it will detect the objects, scenes, text, faces, like celebrities also. So you are currently seeing some deep fake activities also going on, like some celebrities faces also going on. You can detect those stuff. So government also uses the this kind of services from the AWS as well. So it will do the real-time face recognition. It will capture your movements, your motions. So everything will be captured with the this particular service. So this is the kind of thing. And as I mentioned, like we have a DevOps use case as well. So we can upload a CCTV image to S3, and S3 will be trigger a Lambda, and Lambda call the recognition, and it will alert like if no helmet is detected. So we saw onto the roadside and everywhere, like nowadays all the traffic police uses the AI services to uh, go very good way, right? So these kind of projects you can create in your school. So you can start POCs on this particular one. So Amazon recognition is something like that. And in further stage, we will also do the use case. We will also build the Amazon recognition and how it will automatically create. But before going to this the next sessions, I want like you will have a general idea like how the what is AI, how it will be usable, and how you can use it in the real time. So every time if you want to learn about the AI or anything, start building your own projects, start using the services, so that will give you the more idea. So same thing happened with the Amazon SageMaker. So Amazon SageMaker is something where you need to complete build your data. So we have already a data. So it is something like a core thing. So the Amazon recognition is kind of a use case where everything you will get, and the SageMaker is something you want to build your own. Okay, so you can build your own system here. Like let's suppose you want to build some review system, like all the restaurant reviews, hotel reviews. So you can easily build from the Amazon SageMaker. So it will build, train, tune, and deploy, and completely monitor your system. And it is something like we have a called a Jupyter notebook will become. So it has very powerful GPU. You don't need to buy different machines, anything. You just need to create a AWS account and start using it. And charges also happen. Whatever high level you are using, it will accordingly. This has the different charges. And we can do the model monitoring, and we have a centralized version featured engineering here. And as I mentioned, like it will come from the MLOps pipeline. So all the continuous integration and deployment you can do with it. If you are not much aware about the CI/CD and MLOps, so I think in my one of previous sessions we talked a lot about those stuffs. So when the DevOps masterclass will be happen, we will more talk about the how you can integrate the MLOps with the DevOps. So that will help you to automate your all the stuff. So we have also a use case for it, like it is completely pre-built AWS services. So also proprietary training data, advanced MLOps required. Nothing will you need. Like you can just come here and start using this kind of services. So this is the very good service from the AWS. So I think I covered a lot about the concept wise and some of the AWS services. Now what I want from you, so whether like if you don't have any AWS account, so I can tell like you can go and create your AWS account first, and whatever services we have talked about today, just read about them, try to check how it will looks like onto the GUI side. Okay, and I also provide the all the links where you can easily get the information from it from the PPT itself. And so after that, I also want to talk about like how you can integrate complete DevOps flow with the AI. So as I mentioned in the previous chat, like we will go for the MLOps. So now the CI/CD integrations and monitoring and operation and the infrastructure automation. So now our whole focus into automate whatever we have learned. So we can create a different pipelines. Pipelines mean it will automatically grab your code, build it, train it, and deploy it. So that is called a CI/CD integrations. So we have a different services like a code pipeline from the AWS itself. Now, whatever AI applications you are builded, you need a monitoring of it, right? So how much data is coming, how your ML models performance is doing. So for the monitoring perspective, also we have a CloudWatch. We have also we can use the transcribe. So you can say one use case like it will convert on-call meeting into the recordings to text, and it will summarize your data. So now anytime now you will go to the chat GPT, try to understand how it will work into the backend. It is extracting the data, so you can relate like maybe it is using some of the such services kind of a Amazon or transcribe or Amazon extract. So those things you can communicate. And same thing go for the infrastructure automation. So we just need to automate whatever we are doing. So it is very good when we have a three kind of integration: AWS, DevOps plus AI. So nowadays every company is looking for this kind of skills in anyone. So if you haven't started learning about this, so it's the right opportunity for you. You can work with us, and you can attend the master classes where we will go deep by deep and with the hands-on experience as well. So this is the one. And so there are lots of real world use cases that we are already talked. So I want, like, you will also just look around yourself and check like how much AI is using like everywhere. So you can see any e-commerce website like Amazon, you can take an example, or Flipkart. Whatever you will search, you will see like it has the complete personalized drive products. You will get the recommendations, you will get the reviews, customer reviews, everything. Same goes for the banking and finance. So all the identity verifications and the documentations, you need a direct use case from the AI. And so this is a very good opportunity for the healthcare. So currently all the researchers are doing the research onto the healthcare of the AI. So how they can leverage the AI into the healthcare. So drug detection is a very good use case of the AI into the healthcare department. And you see like how to scan the x-rays, how to match them, how to compare them. So that will very helpful to use AI into the healthcare departments. And same goes for the manufacturing. So you all are aware about the uh, corona time, and also we have a PPE things, and how it will recognize from the recognitions can be start from there. And the visions, all those things you can be verified from the these kind of use cases. So you can build very good projects into the AI. So it is the first part of it, and then you can go for the generative AI, and you can build your AI agents. So that will be very helpful. And so if you are completely new and you don't know much coding, and you don't have much ML expertise, right? So this is the right way to start using the AWS services. What you need to do, just learn the service only and start your work. So it will speed to market. You don't need a much time to build any application. It will very faster. You don't need a ML expertise, and it has the expert level complete production level applications. So many companies are using the AWS services to build their AI applications, and it is also not much costly. It is based on whatever you are using, you just need to pay for it, and it is completely secure and compliant. So these are the benefits we got when we use the AWS services. So either you can also use the Azure services as well, any cloud services, how cloud will be impact the AI. So this is the really good one. And as I mentioned already, like what you can do, just create your AWS account today if you haven't, and start using those services, checking those services. You can just go, because it is completely GUI based. You can just go click there, you can upload the image and try to check it, and you can build it. If you are already good into the AWS, then you can start building the your applications. And there are lots of certificates. So AWS also introduced, so that will help you to get the jobs, or get promoted into a job. So you can explore the different kind of certificates, like from the A practitioners you can start, and it will boost your resume as well. And every company is asking for the certificates if you have, so that will really good. So I think that will be your learning path from today, so that will be helpful. And in the last, like, I want to put some of the key takeaways. So one thing, sometimes whenever we are going to start something new, we have this kind of a fear, like I don't know about the what is machine learning, I don't know about much coding. So when we are in college, we have this kind of fear, like I don't know how to code much, right? So those things are not needed. You don't need ML expertise. You just need to use. You just know how to use the AWS services. That's it. So same thing. Another thing is like measure service to the problem. First, decide what is the problem and get the service from it. So that will help you to build more better. And so AWS AI fits perfectly into your existing DevOps tool chain. Like if you are a working professional, you are already using the DevOps things, then you can easily use the AWS services there. So yeah, these are the things I have, and I'll also share this PPT with you. Like you will get all these contents, and I have put some of the links here. So this is the useful link. Like if you don't know how to create AWS account, you can create AWS account. You can put your code into the GitHub and learn about what are the AI services AWS used. So I think that's it for today. So if you have any questions, anything, we can talk about. Yeah. Okay. You will get the my number, my things from the IntrnForte, and any questions you have, you can directly ping me. You can email me, so we can learn more about it. And PPT also, you will get the PPT after the session definitely. So you will get all the informations from here, and I think, yeah, we have IntrnForte website also. And the good thing is like this is the initial session that we have started today. And now we will going through more and more deep here. So these sessions are something like a very interactive sessions, kind of like there is nothing pre-knowledge will needed. Just from the scratch we will start whatever you want to learn, and we have mostly onto the weekends. Okay, so in the weekends we will start doing these sessions, and you will get more and more hands-on there, and I'll help you to build your resume, how it should look like, and currently how AI can impact everything, right? So definitely you will get all the informations from there. So I hope today's session will be helpful for you, and I'm hoping to you will regularly come here, and you will get the informations from the IntrnForte how the class is gonna be conduct. And it is really nice to talk to you. Like, and yeah, I think that's it from my end. And have a great day. And I'll share the PPT with the IntrnForte, and they will share it with you. And yeah, that's it. And you can follow me on the LinkedIn as well. You can directly